Hello, welcome to another video. Thanks for being here and wanting to watch another episode of my adventures. So today I am at the Springbrook National Park. I've just travelled about an hour and 15 from South Brisbane to the Springbrook National Park, and I'm starting off in the natural bridge section of the national park. So I visited when I was a lot younger. I don't know exactly, but like 10 years around that sort of range, I think. So yeah, I've been here before, but ages ago. So I'm really looking forward to going back and probably having a little bit of a flashback, golly me, exploring this natural area, and it's already absolutely stunning. I've seen a yellow robin. You've got a photo up at the moment. Hopefully I actually get to see some footage that I can get later in the day, as that was an excellent little species to see cruising around. But otherwise there's a few little twitting calls cruising, and yeah, not a lot else that I can see. But Springbrook for the day. So there's a lot of different little waterfalls and walks to go on. I reckon it's going to be absolutely wicked and a wonderful day. So I really appreciate you guys being here, and yeah, that's the plan. Let's get into it. Now, oh, would you just get a load of what is going on at the moment? I'm getting distracted talking to you, and that's how I start rambling. But you know, look at me, I'm just twitching around, twitching for birds. So this rainforest is incredible. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful stuff. It is pretty different to what I've seen up in Cairns as well. You can hear the birds, hopefully you guys can hear them. But look at the vegetation, the rock, not so much formations, but just the rocks all around and the moss growing on them. It is just like, it's picture perfect stuff. It's the sort of stuff you'd see on your calendars and your postcards and that kind of stuff. I was just looking around the corner. I don't want to be yelling in excitement and ruining people's day. It doesn't look like there's too many people around just yet, but I'm about to head into the cave system now. Not so much cave system, but the natural sort of cave area, the natural bridge, sort of you'll see soon enough. The water goes through the top, and there's a little glowworm cave, and you can actually walk in there and see the waterfall that comes into the cave, forming that bridge. How incredible, eh? This place is absolutely fantastic to look at. Even though like it's similar forest. Well, it's not really. Like it's a very close national park to Tambourine Mountain where I was last week, but otherwise it just feels like a completely different area. Like, yeah, I'm just getting, it's a whole fresh sort of vibe going on. I don't know how to describe it. There's these bunya pines. I think these are bunya pines. They're a pine species. I assume they're bunyas. I know what I'm talking about there. But otherwise, yeah, I didn't see any pines last week. Like, it just feels different. It's very similar, but in a way different to what I'm experiencing. Even though it's so close, it's just a completely sort of different vegetation type. Who knows if anyone understands what I'm saying, but whether you have to be here to experience it. But yeah, it is wicked nonetheless, absolutely wicked. So heap of little birds getting around. What I just see before, I think I got a little bit of footage on here. It wasn't great, but it was what you pale-sided, yellow pale robin, pale yellow robin. There you go, got there in the end. That's who I saw just then, which is not a new species. There's someone I saw last week as well. That was for the first time. But these strangler figs, the strangler figs are still there, but the skeletons that they're sort of creating a look of, as the tree in the middle has just died and gone, and then these figs have got all of their little tendrils, yeah, stems, roots, whatever, going absolutely everywhere. It looks like a skeletonized tree. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, I think I was just about to do the walk again, actually. Yeah. That's a tree I've already seen and a part I've already taken. Oh, if you were clued on, you were like, I saw that tree earlier in the video, Blake. There you go, yeah. Natural Bridge Walk. There you go. So, Natural Bridge is done, which was absolutely stellar walk. That was absolutely incredible. Didn't see any glowworms, unfortunately. It was pretty light in the cave still, so the glowworms weren't showing up, whether they're nocturnal more so. Which is likely, so I didn't see those guys. But either way, Springbrook onto the rest of Springbrook National Park. Now, I don't know what I'm going to be seeing next. I've left the brochure in the car, so I'm just going to go to the different sections, check out some waterfalls. I think it's one of the smaller walks, is like a couple of Ks, up to about a 14K walk, 6-hour return. So not going to be doing that one, but I am going to be checking out as much as I can see within reason. So a lot more waterfalls, or a few more waterfalls to go, some beautiful bushwalking, and hopefully, if I'm really lucky, some reptiles and some birds cruising around. So this place looks absolutely incredible. It's like a magical forest. What you would assume to see little elves and fairies running through. It is incredible in here. I suppose I was showing you my face rather than actually showing you what I'm seeing. But look, just like all the trees all, yeah, with their branches twisting and twerving. Gosh, can't even say words. But and the moss growing off them, and all of the vines, and wow, can't use words when I'm excited. It's just incredible. But a not so magical creature is an Albert's lyrebird, or a real creature I should say. That would be incredible. I've not seen any lyrebird in the wild before, Alberts or superb, but yeah, if I could see one while I'm up here, or just in this region, not have to be today, it'd be fantastic if it was today. But yeah, that'd be incredible. So this little area, absolutely amazing for, I can't get over just how cool it is with all, like, yeah, look at this, like the moss coming off the trees, and it's all vines and Oh, wicked, absolutely wicked. But anyway, to me, it feels very, very chilly. Very, very cold. It's 17 degrees. Well, that's what the car says. It could be even less up here on the hillside. So it was 20, now it's gone down to 17. In the shade, it's got a real chill to it. My fingertips, I'm not saying I'm gonna get frostbite or anything like that. My fingertips feel quite, yeah, cold. And I think I'm starting to get goosebumps and that kind of stuff. Like it is a real chill to it. It's not ridiculously cold, it's still, but it's very chilly to me. Being, yeah, someone who's just come from the tropics, I haven't experienced 17 degrees or this kind of chill for a long time. This feels quite cool indeed. Quite cold. But anyway, what I'm here for is the Best of All Lookout, it's called. So it should be pretty sweet. I'm assuming so. It's talking itself up quite a bit. But the Best of All Lookout, I'm in Queensland at the moment. I'm going to be looking out over New South Wales. And being called the Best of All Lookout, you assume it's going to be absolutely fantastic. So the walk out here itself is incredible. I'm absolutely loving it, if you haven't already realised. I think that's coming across quite easily. So hopefully there is a lyrebird cruising around. Hopefully this lookout's going to be fantastic. And to be here, I've just gone from the natural bridge and just done a 40-minute sort of loop around because they're pretty close to each other. But unfortunately, I think it's just little birds. I thought it was someone scratching around in the undergrowth, which probably would have been a lyrebird. But yeah, really close together, these two locations, but they're not connected by roads. You have to go 40 minutes out, which isn't really that much. And now I've gone to the furthest point, was the natural bridge, and then another furthest point, which is here. And then I'll work my way back. I've gone past a lot of lookouts and waterfall walks and that kind of thing. But I was keen to see this up next. So I got a lyrebird. I'm not sure which species it is. Not sure if they both overlap here. There was signs for Alberts, but superb lyrebirds could be around in this location as well. I'm sure post-editing I would have worked this out. Through the binoculars, I can't get much good footage because it was facing the wrong way. It's facing the right way now. Now it's turned back and it's behind a tree. So I'm not really going to get much good footage behind the tree or just if it's butt. So I'm going to slowly walk past, hopefully get some decent footage up close or get into a better location to get it through the binoculars. Here goes. Get an absolute load of it. Oh my gosh. Best of All Lookout for sure. Well, it goes all right. Like the distance you can see is incredible. The vantage point you have is incredible. Like there's the sheer cliffs. I don't know if you guys can pick that up over there. I'm standing right on it. Like you just come out of this bush and then it's just sheer cliff line all the way along and just out over the sort of half mountainy hills and onto the plains. So from what this sign down here reads, there's a whole heap of like, yeah, different mountain ranges and stuff like that. So this border, this ridge, it basically is the Queensland New South Wales border. So New South Wales is out here and I've just come from Queensland. And I think, yeah, I still am on Queensland land right here, but down on there somewhere, there's the line for New South Wales. It probably runs along this ridge line. It's probably a good geographical border for it all. But it is a sight and a half, this one. It's not like absolutely incredible rock formations and that kind of stuff, but yeah, the vantage point you have and the what you're looking at is unreal. It is truly unreal. It would be absolutely incredible to fly a bird off here, or be a bird and fly off here. Look at that. You could just, like, you're already so high up, you just step off here and then you just put your wings out and effortlessly cruise. Wouldn't have to do anything. Pretty good. Well, I can't get over it. That is, yeah, it's good to just do this, but I'll let you guys do that instead of just watching me go. Beautiful. You can take it in. Now, it's not going to be anything like what it is in person. If you make it out here, it is pretty good. Pretty good indeed. But yeah, obviously looking through a screen, it's not as unreal, but she's pretty good. Wow. So yeah, apart from the view, we saw the Albert's lyrebird, which was good. I saw its bum end, and then when I tried walking past it, hopefully you guys got a bit of a look as I walked past, but it saw me. It didn't freak out totally, but it just kept walking off into the bush. I couldn't get any footage through the binoculars, and I got some pretty dodgy footage, I reckon, on the GoPro. You wouldn't have seen much. But then there was this little bird, which I initially thought was a quail thrush, but now I don't think so. I looked up some photos quickly because I got coverage, but I'll have to go home with my bird book, where that is. I got some photos, I got some awesome footage of it scratching around in the dirt, and hopefully I'll be able to, well, I'll easily be able to ID it from the photos and stuff I got. And I got an excellent view of that, little bit of footage and photos as well. So that was wicked. Spent about 10-15 minutes just watching this guy scratch around and find some food, and then half decent view of a Albert's lyrebird. So yeah, and the day's still young. How's that? So, in the way of saying, oh, I hope I see an Albert's lyrebird and seeing one, throwing that, manifesting, throwing it out into the universe, I wouldn't mind seeing a red-bellied black snake, actually. I was hoping for one because it is pretty cool. 17 degrees, 17, 20 degrees, not 27 I don't know what I'm saying. But anyway, just sitting on the side of the path in the sunlight would be incredible. That'd be awesome. Just, it's a cool day. It's cool up here. Just sunning yourself on the edge of the path or the road. That would be mint, but don't always get what you want. Anyway, so I saw the lyrebird. Might be back out, but there's been a few people come through since. And yeah, so now the trek is on to, or back to the car, and then got some waterfalls and little hikes to do as well. So this has been an epic one. This is probably a bit nicer to look at personally than the Mount Tamborine, and there's a bit more bird life to see because it's a bit less dense. For natural vegetation and that kind of stuff, you've got your Mount Tamborine was massive. You were very immersive, but the birds were up so high, it was kind of hard to see them. But in here it's a lot lower, and so you've got a better chance of spotting birds, which I have seen. And so yeah, hopefully the rest of the places are like that, and the waterfalls are mint to look at as well. We'll see. And what my mind straight went to was, oh, another lyrebird, it's so close. But it's just a, well, not just a scrub turkey, it's a scrub turkey. Very cool bird nonetheless. And off it goes.